Hey, what's up, guys? So this is trial 2, and let's see here where I'm ranked. I'm ranked at 208 now, and I think Sham said, oh, Jex Hybrid Master. There's Sham. Commandant. Okay, let's see who else is in. Also Diamond Dave. That must be a second account. Dexter. There's a lot of guys I've been seeing their names. So, Almost Deaf. Yeah, definitely went against him. I think I lost pretty bad off memory. And just under me, Alt 88, Genesis, Weed Pizza, Zero. Oh, cool. Full Metal Jacket, Updog. Okay. All right, so we got a lot of guys. Darth Beta. We got a lot of guys in the vicinity here. This will be pretty cool to get some good matchmaking going. And I'm actually going against Antablade, so Antablade is right in range. So let's take a look at Antablade's stats. This is where the rest of the guys landed. So Antablade is 161 mil, and he's tall, 5.1 mil STP. So this is going to be a tough one for me. And here are my stats. I'm running the same defense, so we'll see how this goes. Room 1 actually did pretty well, and we'll see how the rest of these rooms hold up. I switched the Hive Mind back to 6, and the Out of Time Dorm back to 2. They seem to have done better last week in those rooms than they did yesterday. And this is what Antablade has on defense. And so Antablade was actually one of the first guys I started watching on Crucible. And when he was getting started early on and I had my alliance, we were in touch a little bit more, and we were all jumping on the Pathfinder's Discord. So he ended up posting videos on my Discord, and I watched them a lot. They were a big help. So this is going to be tricky, what he has here, especially his room 3. But my thought is, because his teams are so huge, and I don't know what this LDS is going to do in room 1. He didn't make them all striker, so that could help. But I think it's got to be Masters of Evil plus Apoc. That could maybe work. And I think Secret Defenders Eternals could work on this. It's a big team, but I think they could still work. And I'm going against a really big Annihilators with Skrull before, and I had to go in with Old Man Logan and Apoc, but I think I'll try Old Man Logan, the Mercs, and Ares. See if I can soften this team up a bit. And then, because of the Thanos, I was chatting with Sham, so he's saying you're going to be better off just sacking and not pulling abilities. So we're going to try that. And then looking at room 5, I think that's going to still be Cabal, Zemo, and Kingpin, and then Pegasus. Well, I don't know. Maybe Pegasus works on 3. I have to check with that, but I think Pegasus still works on 3. So we'll see. So going into Antablade's Annihilators Skrull team, I wasn't sure if my Illuminati could take them out, so I wanted to play it safe. And I figured I'd go in with the Mercs and Ares, because Ares will shut down that Safeguard that Gladiator will start with, and give me a chance to, what I was hoping to, put in some damage, maybe kill Gladiator or kill somebody. That was the plan. But what does happen is that I'm able to soften them up enough and have some success going in with my Illuminati after this battle is over. So my Illuminati, this was over 1 mil punch up, and I had tried it before, and it didn't work, and I had to back out, and I went in with the Old Man Logan Apoc team, and then followed up with Illuminati. Since being able to put the purple 3 ISOs on the Illuminati, they could be strong enough to take out this particular setup on a 1 mil punch up. And maybe what it'll take is just to go ahead and take Black Bolt to G19, and then the whole team will be G19, and that might be possible. So it's something that I may try, because this team is softened up from the first hit, but they're doing so well, it makes me think that they can manage it with a one shot. So the Extreme Rogue team, especially with Lady Deathstrike in Room 1, is still a very big concern. And what I like to do is, with how strong Extreme Rogue teams are now, I like to go in with Apoc when I use the Masters of Evil. And so in this particular case, I just changed them all to Striker, and that really kind of evens out the match where it will play out the same. So just keep that in mind, that if you see the Rogue Extreme in 1, you can still beat it with Masters of Evil Apoc as a for sure win. You may be able to use a different tune or even Ultimus, but it could be a bit riskier. This counter is just pretty basic. We've been doing it for about a year now. And the Scientist Supreme, she doesn't really make that huge of a difference when you're using the Pegasus team to counter them. I will try the Secret Defenders Eternals, and I think it'll work the same, but what's been happening is I'm having to break up the Pegasus team more and more to use Kestrel or Iron Man and Kestrel for other counters. sure how this combination of a defense will play out. And Antablade has historically been in the top 100 for a very long time. He's just recently not been in the top 100. So I plan this out to play it safe and just take in Superior 6. And so you can see how well this Superior 6 takes this team out. So this is pretty much an old counter to basically an old defense. And if you see a Nightcrawler with the Mercs and the Old Man Logan team, you can still be pretty safe to go in with Cabal, Zemo, and just use Kingpin. The pre-taunt will take the hit from Nightcrawler, and that way you don't have anybody important stunned. And then you go right in Old Man Logan because he doesn't have a pre-taunt here. But even if he did, the Cabal team just takes off and kind of just makes light work of this defense. So I ran this one by Sham because I'm like, Sham, what is the Thanos doing? How is he helping this team? And he said, well, what Thanos does is he's feeding him energy, which we all know that. But the thing I didn't realize is he's like, each time you have a Toon die, is going to bring the Mephisto back to his ult. And I said, oh, okay. So the thing is in Sham's way of sacking these teams, he just goes in with those two fast teams. He'll take the Black Order, and then he'll take the Death Seed, and he'll sack it without pulling any abilities. And so that just gives you a chance to just go right in with the Exhausted Mephisto and just take care of him as you normally would with a team even like the Secret Defenders Eternals.